Hello, and welcome to the channel. A lot of Genshin characters have quote-unquote pets that they use in combat in some way or another, and a fairly popular thing artists like to do is make human designs for them. Some of you may have seen Grandeloi's work, I think that's how you say it, where they take both the pets and character and switch their roles. Y'all know where this is going. New series! We're doing Genshin Gijinkas. I decided I wouldn't give designs to the pet that were essentially just a chibi version of the character, so no Baron Bunny and no Tamato, sadly. I also wanted to stick to only pets that are part of the character's kit, but I'm still not 100% sure on that yet. Either way, for this part 1, we're starting with 3 pets, with the first one being Guoba is Xiangling's trusty little companion, but as we learned during the 2.1 Moonchase Festival event, he was once the god of the stove, Marcosius, who gave up his powers to revitalize Liyue after a series of calamities, becoming the small carefree little bear he is today. With all that history in mind, I couldn't help but picture him as an older gentleman, specifically a short, very round, kind uncle type. The hardest part was deciding on what his outfit would look like, since, well, he's a bear, and he wears no clothes. Well, I had a general idea of what I wanted him to wear, like the boots, puffy pants, and the short jackets. It's only when I took a few elements from Xiangling's design that it really came through for me. After all, since she has a lot of Guoba in her design, it makes sense for him to have some Xiangling elements. For human Guoba's final design, I felt inspired and decided, oh my gosh, what if I reference the Moonlight Mermaid event that also happened during the Moonchase Festival? So he's doing a kind of mirrored version of Xiangling's pose in that illustration, with a nice warm bowl of homemade food. Here's the final design. I had a lot of fun with the pose and design, as you can probably tell. He'd definitely be a cook at Wanmin alongside Xiangling and her dad. Here's a little chibi of the two of them. The second design is Fischl's faithful companion and familiar, Osvaldo oh my god. It's Oz, we're doing Oz. He's a talking raven who often translates Fischl's very original way of expressing herself.
Sweet shall be thy sleep, spared of the mares of the night, for no nightmares would dare draw near to those who are blessed by the Immernachash.
She means good night.
With the bird and servant theme going on, you'd think he'd be pretty straightforward to design, but I actually had a horrible time sketching out this dude. I did know I wanted him to wear a suit and give off a bit of a butler vibe, so that wasn't actually difficult. No, most of the struggle was just on deciding what his facial hair would look like, or if I even wanted him to have facial hair. I did settle on just a beard and no mustache in the end. I tried to sneak in a bunch of bird imagery in this one. The tail of the suit is definitely the most easily noticeable, but the lapel of his vest is supposed to look like wings. I also gave him a jabot as a reference to his chest feathers and added a few very small details to reference Fischl's design. Here's the final design. I feel like I could have posed him a little better, especially since I had this vision of him posing dramatically alongside Fischl. Luckily, I did redeem myself with the chibi version. The last one on the list for this video is the little ghost that Hu Tao can summon, lovingly nicknamed Bu Tao by the fans. Because we don't really have any info on the ghost character, I was pretty much free to do whatever. So for a bit of contrast to the other two designs, I settled on making Bu a young ghost girl. I really wanted to keep that goofy little expression the ghost always has. For the clothing, I wanted something flowy, especially around the hands, kind of as a nod to the classic bedsheet ghost look. I'm not sure if I wanted her to have long or short hair, so I settled for the classic and beloved Hoyoverse tradition of giving characters rat tails. I incorporated a lot of pink and red into her design and added little flower patterns to the pink part, using specifically the red spider lily, which is associated with death, farewell, and reincarnation in China. And here's the final design. She is so cute. You can tell I had fun with her, especially after the hard time Oz gave me. And here's a little chibi recreating the idol where Butao tries to spook Hutao. And there we go. This was a shorter little video, but I hope you enjoyed the first part. I want to use this little series as a layover between bigger projects, so this won't be a weekly series like with the Genshin Mikus. I am working on something else for the next video, but if you see part 2, you'll know I am struggling and I was forced into posting part 2 against my will by future me. Anyway, please leave your thoughts on the design. Also, I wanna apologize because I did not reply to any comments on the last video, mostly because I got to them late and was overwhelmed by the number of them. But I promise I did read them all and I am super grateful to everyone and very happy that you like the series and the Miku designs. But enough of that, I'm gonna let you all go. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye bye!